You're about to lose everything you worked so hard for, just to make the 1% even richer. Pay close attention and see how Michael went from being homeless to being a millionaire by using this hidden secret to beat the banks at their own game. My friend Michael called me in tears. I lost my home. I lost everything. My wife's going to leave me when she finds out. He came over to my house so we could talk. I asked him what happened. I have no idea, he said. But I looked at my retirement fund and there was almost nothing in it. I lost my job. They're taking my house away. I just don't understand. Lucky for him, I knew exactly what happened. Michael was just like most hard-working Americans. He worked hard at his job for over 23 years. He saved his money. He did everything right. But while he was working his fingers to the bone, the banks were secretly eating his money and manipulating the currency. So they got rich while he and you did all the work. Are you ready to discover the real-life conspiracy? Are you ready to finally see why you can never become wealthy, no matter how hard you work, until you follow the step-by-step system that the banks are spending billions just to hide from you? Then brace yourself, because the truth is going to make you incredibly angry. I need you to understand, you will be affected by this act of war against your money. Unless you follow a few easy steps to protect your money and walk away wealthy after this engineered market crash, you will lose money. It's safe to say that if you have any amount of savings, it will be close to useless after this crash. And any money you try to earn after that, worthless. Your bank account will shrink by most of its spending power. Every dollar you earn will be worthless as you struggle to survive. And the banking cartels, with the help of the federal government, will drain you for every penny, kill your job, and destroy the housing market just to make an extra buck. Your life is about to become 10 times harder. You'll struggle for every dollar and watch as a select few enjoy the spoils of this war against you and your money. Millions will lose their jobs. Thousands will go homeless. Your life will never be the same. But your life doesn't have to get worse. In fact, this might be the greatest opportunity of your life. I'm not exaggerating when I say things are about to get as bad as the Great Depression. Hyperinflation is growing rapidly, and it will kill you financially. Guaranteed, unless you take action now. The worst is about to hit. This is not about losing all your money. This is about the money you have losing all its value. Skyrocketing hyperinflation is causing your money to become worthless. This is inevitable. At first, the Fed was printing billions. Then they started printing trillions. 2 trillion, 4 trillion, 6 trillion. That's right, unlimited printing of dollars. Has there ever been a stronger indication that we're heading for hyperinflation? Like we have seen in Venezuela and all other countries where hyperinflation has occurred, like Zimbabwe and Germany. When it begins, it happens so fast that you are powerless to act, unless you are prepared. You'll see the new paper notes, just like this one, that won't be worth the paper it's printed on. The tragic economic crisis devastated the wealth of citizens in Venezuela and Germany. Imagine a $100,000 bill with no real value. This leads us to the unavoidable American dollar collapse. The fact is, the US dollar has been losing its value for over 100 years. But what will replace it? A dollar value collapse will force the world into a deep recession, or at worst, a depression. According to the world-renowned economist and investor Peter Schiff, hyperinflation has gone from the worst-case scenario to the most probable scenario. And that means people have to act quickly to protect themselves. The financial crisis will hit everyone, no matter where you live or how old you are. Millions of people will rise up in an angry rage, out of work, fighting to survive. No one will be left unscathed. Millions will be forced to steal, or dig in dumpsters, or worse, just to feed their hungry families. Riots will block the streets. Sound familiar? Lack of adequate police enforcement will allow panic to quickly spiral out of control. Homeless people will starve, living on streets and cardboard boxes. The world as we know it will die. Unless you take action now, you will lose everything.